darken it. Let me get some light on the subject. Give me a second. And there we go. That's a little better. All right. Good morning, everyone. Hey, welcome to this. I'm going to fix this up here. Give me a second. Sorry. YouTube was being weird. I couldn't get it up and ready on time, but I'm only like a minute late, so it's okay. Hey, everyone. How's it going? Good morning. Welcome to the Tinker Stinker Power Hour. Holy shit. We had like 4 people, and then they all disappeared. I'm sorry. Damn. You not like my hat? What the fuck? All right. We're going to get things started here. Hello, everyone coming in. What's up, Matt? Good to see you. Good to see everyone this morning. You know damn right I can't see you right. But you're looking good. I don't care. You're looking good, all of you. All right. We're going to get started in just a second. Now, I'm going to explain something here. I got a coffee, right? Usually what I'll have is like a beer, and I'll like pour the beer and like the morning pour, etc., right? Excuse me. I have to take a sip of this. So, like, here's the thing. So, trying to lose weight. I'm on keto, so no beer. That's just how it is. Cass, good to see you. We're going to get to it here in just a sec. So, anyway, drinking the coffee. Got, keto milk with, like, a Y. I don't even know what the fuck it's made out of. I know it's not made out of almonds because I'm allergic to almonds. But anyway, it's like a hazelnut flavored thing. So I'm going with that this morning. Sorry. But, the old weed, of course, that is definitely keto friendly. So we're going to do, instead of the opening pour, we'll do the opening hit. This is, what is this shit called? It's from Night Owl Nursery. That's a cool name. Blueberry cookies. I love the blueberry strains. I like the cookie strains. Blueberry cookies. I got this from a place called Green Mart. If you're ever in the Portland area, Beaverton area, Oregon, whatever, go to them. They're awesome. You can drive through. You can pay with a card. That's good for dispensaries. But anyway, here it is, blueberry cookies. Good morning, everyone. First hit of the day, 420, fire in the hole. Let's do it. I don't think it's 420 anyway. I mean, it's 8:34, so no, it's not. But anyway, it's always 420 here. Hey, how's it going? People coming in. Good to see you. We're going to get started here. All right. Got my coffee going. So, Tinker Stinker Power Hour every Sunday. Here we are, 8:30. Let's do it. Lemon cake. That's good stuff, Matt. Lemon cake's the good shit. No beer. It's okay. Right. We got this. All right. So, we did that. Okay. Now, let's get into a little bit here. We had a contest going for those of you who you should remember. If you don't, if you're new to the show, we had a contest going here. So where you get, if you have, we are up to 300 subscribers before the end of September, I was going to do something special. And I've already got that planned. So, of course, as I said on my big announcement show, we got the what is it? The Fantasy Freak Appreciation Week. There it is. The Fantasy Freak Appreciation Week. So that's going to be the last week of October. So it's October 26th through Halloween. Okay. So here's the deal. If you become a Patreon member, go look in my description down there. You sign up for Patreon today, you get 24 entries into our raffle. And what I'm giving away is a stitched jersey, player of your choice, like real shit, like this shit, like not the cheap stuff, the good shit. All right, you're gonna win one of those, player of your choice. You got it. All right, if you win the raffle, the only way to be in the raffle is to be one of my Patreon members, or as I call you, my super freaks. You sign up to be a super freak. Check out the Patreon link in the description, and you will get into the raffle there. So for today, if you get in today, you get 24 entries. So one of my new guys here, Mike Martinez, 24 entries, sir. You're in. Yesterday, Carolyn came in. Carolyn, if you're here, hey, how's it going? You get 25 entries. You sign up tomorrow, it's 23, et cetera, till we get to the 26th of October. All right, then that week is appreciation week. Now, if we get to 400 subscribers by that week, then that whole week I'm going to be dressing up in a different costume every day for Halloween. I'm going to do voices. I'll do all kinds of shit. All right? Anything to entertain you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. So you want to make sure we get to 400 subscribers. We're up past 330 already. So I think that we're going to be okay on that. But if you haven't subscribed, do so. Anyway, so check out the Patreon if you want to be part of the raffle. All right? So the new schedule, though, just to let you know for going forward for right now, okay, Mondays is like a couple hours after Monday Night Football. I'll try to get it out as soon as possible. But I like to get the up-to-date information. So I'm not going to tell you like what my top 10 waiver wires are if someone blows it up on Monday and I got to like update it. So I'm giving it to 2 hours after Monday Night Football, all right? So that's it's the top 10 waiver wires with the tirade, which is kind of just where I go over shit that happened that week and like how I'm reacting. The tirade, that's Monday. Tuesday night as mixed notes. Mixed notes, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Come see me Tuesday nights. It's just kind of like, mixed notes throughout the week, information that's going on, things in my mind that are football related, things in my mind that aren't football related. Who knows? It's kind of an off the rails kind of show. So if you like that kind of thing, check that out. I might end up making that a Patreon exclusive because it's not one of my more popular shows. It's kind of like the fans like it. But anyway, it's pretty informative. So, there it is. Wednesdays. Wednesday is Wild Card Wednesday. This week I'm doing F, Marry, Kill. Full on F, Marry, Kill. So that's going to be good. Check out my preview on that if you haven't already. Check out my videos. I've got that there. It's along with the big announcement. So anyway, good to see a lot of people rolling in here. We got 10 people in here right now. So we're gonna get started in just a sec. Thursday is Thursday mornings. I have my breakfast in bed show, or the Thursday B&B, which actually stands for benches and bumps. But that's the joke, I have breakfast in bed, benches and bumps. Anyway, it's a good show. I actually had a lot of fun with it. I premiered it this last week. A lot of people liked it, so I'm going to continue it Thursday. And then Friday, of course, is benches and bumps. Saturday, I'm on, Facebook all day answering all your questions, giving out like links to my shows and all that shit. And then Sunday morning, here we are, Tinker Stinker Power Hour. That is the schedule going forward. So let's get to it. Injury report. I'm going to talk about who I already know about. I'm getting updates as we go along. So I'm going to talk about who I got. I'm going to check the updates real quick and let you know where we're at. So also, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them down there in the comments, and I'll get to them as soon as possible. All right, Eli Mitchell, he's out. So fire up Sermon. The Seahawks are giving up the most fantasy points to running backs in several leagues, but they're at least in the top 5 in pretty much all leagues. So I would say Sermon is actually a good start today. I know we don't like to mess with Shanahan against too much, but I actually like Sermon as a start today. Andy Dalton's going to be out, so likely Fields is going to start. I wonder how long he's going to start. It might end up being that he starts, and then like halfway through the game, they put Nick Foles in there. So the thing is, everyone's asking about A-Rob, and that's the problem, right? If you have other people that are going to have good games or whatever, or it's close, you might want to start them instead. If it's like, hey, should I start A-Rob, or like, should I take you roll the dice on Curtis Samuel or something? And now it could be that Curtis Samuel is a better day. And I actually have him as a sleeper. I'll talk about him later on. But, you got to stick with A-Rob in that situation, just in case Nick Foles comes in and starts throwing them, because he could throw a touchdown, and there you go. Your day's fine. So that's happening there. We got A.J. Brown and Julio on the Titans are both out, both hamstrings. It's a double hammy. Right? Yeah. You know what else? Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, another double hammy. Wow. So that's 2 double hammies. So that's quad hammy. That was a fucking stupid joke. I'm sorry. Yeah, a couple people left on that one. They're like, fuck this guy. He's got dumbass jokes. Anyway, real quick, I'm going to answer a couple questions here. We got Woods or Locket. I'm going to go with Tyler Locket today. Woods, Bobby Trees is just not catching it from Stafford. I mean, I think Stafford's going to have a great day, but until I see him past the Woods, I just can't trust him. I think Locket will be fine. Locket tends to play really well against the Niners, and as a Niners fan, as you can see, I know about it. All right, so I say Locket, lock it down. Anyway, me with the dad jokes this morning. What the fuck? It's the coffee. It's because I'm having coffee instead of beer. Well, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense, does it? I guess beer would probably even make. Well, actually, so beer would make me have funnier dad jokes. This one just, I just belt them out. So anyway, good question there, Chris. I got Henderson or Hollywood Brown for the flex. Yeah, that's a tough one. I want to say Henderson on that one, just because I think that the drops for Hollywood Brown are concerning to me. I think the matchup against Denver I don't like. I think go Henderson on that one. Bass or McManus. I like McManus this week. In fact, I'm going to be talking about kickers here in a little bit, so I'll get more into McManus. But I do like McManus a lot this week. Question about the flex: Henderson, Woods, or Javonte Williams. Yeah, that's hard. It's between Henderson and Woods on that one. I'm just going to lead Henderson on that. I really am. I think that he surprises people in these games. He just puts it together, when he's healthy, and he's apparently healthy. So go with them. With Gronk out, Will Fournette get more targets a little bit, but not enough for me to want to start him over anyone else. AB, on the other hand, I love this week. I wasn't into him before Gronk was in. Before we knew Gronk was out. But once I found out that Gronk was out, I like AB a lot this week. See, Gronk is just like flex. I have Beasley in both. Should I replace Gronk and start at three Bills? Wow. All right. Hold on. I have Beasley and both Bills running back. Oh, I see. I would sit out Singletary if you can. Flex someone else in there. Gronk is. I don't know how long he's going to be out. I don't think it's going to be too long. So hold on to him. But I'm not too concerned about that. But I don't know if he's going to be out or if he's going to be back next week either. It might be one more week. But keep an eye on it. You never know. The dude, I don't know. He's superhuman. I can't believe the fact that he's missing this game says something. It's obviously something there. So he could be out next week too. Sit Hubbard, Davis, or Patrick. Sit Davis. I just think Patterson's taking too much from him. That could be a good matchup, but I go back and forth on that. That's hard. It's a PPR. Yeah, you got to go Patrick over it. If it was standard, I'd go Davis. So there you go. That's how close it is. So if you really have, your mindset on one over the other, go with that. It's that close. Anyway, but I lean toward Patrick. Obviously, you're going to start Chuba Hubbard. I really love him this week. If you haven't seen, go check out when you get a chance. Check out my benches and bumps for this week. I talk about Chuba and why I feel like he's going to have a good game. Did I miss any here? I don't think so. Okay, don't know whether to start him or Sermon with Gronk. Oh yeah, Sermon definitely. Walter, another guy. Here's a quick shout out for my newest Patreons: Mike Martinez, Walter Horn, and Carolyn. I forget your last name. I'm going to give you guys some real shout outs throughout the week. But anyway, just real quick. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. If you haven't checked it out, it's like $5 a month and you get unlimited one-on-one advice. You get exclusive. I got some articles coming out next week. I got videos coming out. I got some new article. I got this one new article coming from Vinny. You guys remember Vinny? Yeah. Vinny's doing an article for me now. This dude, like, he's got stats galore. This guy's like, I mean, I'm good at like taking stats and like, you know, figuring out what to do with them, but this guy just memorizes shit. I'm really excited to see what he comes up with this week. So get in on Patreon. It's going to be a good one. Mike, you got Brait, Knox, Tremble, Conklin. I'm going to talk about Tremble later. You guys are on it. You guys are talking about these guys. Knox, Brait. Yeah, of those ones, I'm going to go Knox. I love Knox. Knox is a great matchup this week, and pardon me. I love Knox's connection with Josh Allen. So you got to go Knox. I really do. I was talking about him like in the preseason. I was like, dude, there's a bromance brewing here. I like Knox this year. Schultz over Freiermuth. That's a close one. I actually do like Pat Freiermuth this week. I do. I don't know if I go Schultz over him. It's close. It's close. Go with your gut on that one because that's too close for me. It really is. I like Pat Freiermuth. I like Schultz too, but yeah, it's hard. It's hard to pick Freiermuth. There's going to be a lot of rain going on in Green Bay. So I mean, Schultz might edge him out a little bit, but if you need that little extra, yeah, Pat Freiermuth is good sleeper potential. Williams, Moore, Jefferson, Mike Williams, sit one. Is this DJ Moore or Rondale Moore? If it's DJ Moore, yeah, you know what? Either way, sit Moore. Honestly, yeah. I like Williams. I like McLaurin in this. I have him as my wide receiver bump of the week on benches and bumps. I love me some McLaurin this week. Scary Terry, for sure. Yeah, sit, dude. I don't like it to sit DJ. That's a good like mix you got going on right there, dude. Seriously, but yeah, of the four of them, I'm sitting DJ. You could go either way, but I like McLaurin a lot this week. I think Heineke and him are going to hook up, against the Dirty Birds. So anyway, what do we got next here? I'm sure I got some stuff I got to get to, but real quick, I'm going to try to answer as many of these as I can. Wait, hold on. Okay. Sorry, I'm catching up here. I apologize. Place Gronk. I want to make sure I don't skip anyone. If I do, I apologize. Put your question in again. I think that was it. I have Wallace, so obviously starting him. You agree with dropping Schultz and picking up Knox for the bench? Oh man, that's tough because I really like both of them. I'm back and forth on them. Earlier in the week, I was more on Schultz, but as the week goes on, for this week, I go Knox. I go with Knox, yeah. Yeah, go with it. Good question. Okay, Mike, got another one here. Diggs, A-Rob, Ayuk, Myers, Brown, need two. Give me Diggs and Antonio Brown. There you go. Diggs, you got to start. He's going to have his great game. It's coming. And Antonio Brown, it's all hands on deck for the Brady revenge game. With Gronk not there, I think AB's going to get a lot of targets. I really, really do. Good question. All right. So let's see here real quick. I'm going to hold on. Missed your answer. Should I get Zach Moss in a flex? Already have Diggs and Josh Allen. I'll go with Henderson. Oh, yeah. Zach Moss. Go Zach Moss. I love him this week. If that answers your question. I hope it does. Sorry, I'm trying to read a bunch of ones. Matt. Yeah, Zach Moss over Henderson. If that answers it, I hope. Yeah, go with all three. Diggs, Moss, Allen. You're going to score points. Definitely. Thank you. Replace Gronk with Renfro. You could. I mean, who else you got, though? I mean, obviously you were playing Gronk then as your flex. But it just depends on who else you have at flex. And Matt, to get back to your question real quick, if you're nervous about that, if you're nervous about starting those three, because I don't usually recommend that, but I just think it's a good matchup for a lot, and you don't want to sit Diggs. However, if you're nervous, I think that Henderson is close enough to where I think Moss is going to be, to where, you can start Henderson. If you're feeling nervous about that, start Henderson. If you're okay with it, start Moss. That's the best I can give you on that one. It's a really good one. They're really close. So if you're worried about that, I understand. Like, what if all of a sudden, I don't know, it's a terrible game and nobody scores points, and you got three dudes, you got all your eggs in one basket, and they all break. That sucks. I get it. But if they do really good, that's a big boon. So if you're nervous about it, go Henderson. All right, so let's move on here. Injury report. Okay, so that was who was out I was talking about before with all the hamstring injuries. All right, who we got in? Dalvin Cook's going to be in. Kittle's going to be in. Gibson's going to be in. Start them all. Love them all. Great matchups for all of them this week. Go for it. I mean, Dalvin Cook has a less good matchup, but you're not going to sit them. You're not going to sit them. What the fuck? Of course not. Of course not. All right, so Wentz is going to be in, but he's going to be hurt. He's got 2 ankle injuries. But it's Carson Wentz. Hopefully you're not starting him anyway. But how's that going to affect everyone? We don't know. People are like, oh, he's all about Pascal. He is sometimes, especially in the end zone. But honestly, it could be anybody. He could go to Pittman. He could go to Paris Campbell. A lot of Nyheim Hines. I like Nyheim Hines a lot this week. JT, I think he's in. I believe he's in. I will double check. I think it's going to be good for both of them. I think that both JT and Hines have a good game as long as JT is in. If Jonathan Taylor is in, I'm going to do a quick check real quick here on the injury report. Dalvin Cook, of course, as I said, expected to play. Give me a second. I'm getting all kinds of trade requests. Scott, thank you so much. New Patreon, that's Scott. You got the $10 one. You want a phone call from me once a week? You got it, bro. That's right. We'll schedule that. We'll figure that out. All right. Yeah. There's no other injury reports. Taylor is healthy. All right, good. I love it. Taylor's healthy this week. That's the only real update that I have right now. So if you have any questions about particular players, let me know and I'll check it out for you. But that's what I got so far for injuries. Oh, and Josh Jacobs. That's going to be a tough one because that's going to be a game time decision. I feel like he's going to play. I think he's going to play. I would say I'm 75% sure he's going to. I mean, I know that leaves a little doubt. He's going to play. I would pick up Barber if you can, just in case. Don't have anyone that you can start. I think that you can sub out Josh Jacobs because he will play and he might be banged up a little bit. So he might not produce as much as he normally would. So you might end up going with somebody else. But if you can pick up Peyton Barber as insurance, I'd say start Josh Jacobs. Anyway, real quick, let's see. Walter, Smith-Schuster, or Beasley. Give me Beasley this week. I'm worried about Big Ben. I'm worried about his targets to anybody else that's not Deontay or Najee Harris. I think that there could be like a thing where he might pass a touchdown, or maybe even 2, the Pat Fryer move. Like they get down to the end zone, he just throws a couple in there. He could have like a 2-catch, 10-yard, 2-touchdown kind of day, Fryer move. But I'm worried about Schuster. And Claypool was another one. I think he's out. But anyway, I'll double check on that here. Usually they start rolling in like the next 15 minutes or so. We get like a bunch of the injury report updates as soon as right after 9. Anyway, Cass, you got Singletary, Renfro, or Johnson to replace Gronk. If we're talking about Deontay, I like Deontay. If you're talking about David Johnson, then no. Claypool's out. Thanks, Chris. I thought so. I was pretty sure. But I get so many of these injury report updates. Like Jesus, and it all gets jumbled up. I was pretty sure. But thanks, Chris, for the confirmation on that. So yeah. Even with them out, I just honestly, yeah, I like Beasley better. The dude's become a target monster. It's great. I love it. A lot of people are up on Sanders because he had a good week. I'm like, I don't know, man. Beasley, there's argument for Beasley to stick around as that wide receiver too. Those two are fighting out for it. Josh Allen's got a boon there for wide receivers. Dude, I would love it. If I was a quarterback in the league, I would love to be Josh Allen with what I got there. All right. So we're heading about the 9 o'clock hour. Let's get into the second half here. So for those of you who are partaking, here you go. So we're going to kick off the second half of the show the right way. A little blueberry cookies in the morning. All right. Here's to all y'all. Okay. Streamers this week. Defense. Titans. We know that. Everyone knows that. That's no surprise. We're picking on the Jets this year. That's what it is. We're picking on the Jets. Isn't that usually how it is? We're always picking on the Jets. Like I said earlier, Jets, Jets suck ass, and that's how it is. They suck. You got to go with it. Titans were a lower percentage. They were at 5 to 10%, but they're up to 75% owned right now. So you're probably not going to find them. So I got a few other ones for you. Now, see, people are questioning. They're like, okay, excuse me. They saw that on my Thursday morning show. I said that the Bengals. I was worried about it. Everyone was on the Bengals. Or the Bengals versus the Jags on Thursday night. I was like, I don't know about that. I think the Jags want to come out and show what they got, and they did. I was right. I wasn't sure that was a lock. All right, so this is another one. Oh, the Titans. We all say it's going to be a lock. Is this going to be a bust? Nah, it's a lock. All right, go with the Titans. If you have them, if you somehow find them on your waiver, pick them up. If not, I've got some other ones here for you. I like the Colts this week. No Tua for Miami. All right. They're just banged up overall. I think that they can get the Brissett. The Dolphins right now are giving up the 4th most fantasy points to start to defenses. So Indianapolis actually has a decent defense. They've had some bad luck so far this year, but I think this is a really good game for them. They should be a lot better. They've had a lot of injuries on defense, but they've got some guys coming back. And I think that they'll get better. I think they're gonna bolster that up and have a good game. I think they're gonna do well against Miami. So there you go. There's one. Another big one that I really like: Green Bay. They're very underrated this year because the fantasy points. So they had that one bad game, of course, against New Orleans. All right, but since then they've been all right. They've been pretty good, and they've had some tough competition. So, I mean, Detroit, yeah, isn't that tough? But San Fran, yeah, they held their own. Then they pulled out that game. God damn it. Anyway, sorry. I can't continue. I can't go back to next week. Anyway. So, but I'm telling you, Big Ben needs to retire, all right? This is the Geritol Bowl, all right? Whatever you want, the Geriatric Bowl. Break out the Geritol, whatever jokes you want for it, all right? 2 old dudes. But Aaron Rodgers is the I think he's a little bit younger, but at least he looks younger. Well, maybe he had that anyway. So no, he's doing good. I love Rodgers this year. But Big Ben, man, oh man, I said he should have retired. I was like, I hope he retires. He, for the sake of Claypool and Johnson and Juju. I just think that. Eventually, I was hoping they would draft a QB. God, could you imagine if they had traded up, if he had retired and they had got Mac Jones or someone like that? Yeah, that would be awesome. They would be a better off, I think. Even if Jones not playing so well, I think next year he'd be good in that system, I think. Anyway, moving on. Green Bay with Pittsburgh giving up the 12th most fantasy points to defenses. Yeah, I like it. Green Bay this week. They're very low owned, so you can get them right now if you've got some bad matchups for your defense, or you're worried about it, or you're streaming defenses. So they're also good use in DFS. And another good one that's good for DFS. This is my DFS punt of the week, because they're going to be at the bottom as the Raiders. That pass rush, it's no joke. I think that they're going to be giving Herbert some fits. I like the Raiders as a DFS punt. Don't go starting them. Don't go picking up and starting them. But for a DFS punt, hey, they could be good. Another honorable mention here is the Chicago Bears against the Lions. Enough said. It's the Lions. Say no more. Bears are another defense that can be good at times and can put it together when they do. They're good to have. All right, so those are my defense streamers for defense. And my streamers for kicker, I mentioned it earlier, Brandon McManus. He's going to be at home, the mile-high climate. That thin air is fun to kick in, all right? And he's been really accurate this year. He hasn't missed a field goal yet this year. Dude's been on fire. I mean, if you look, he's scoring. He's averaging over 10 fantasy points a game. Great for a kicker. That's what you want. You want 10 fantasy points or more per game from your kicker. He'll give it to you, and he's owned in less than 50% of the leagues. So if he's available in yours, go get him. Like if you are struggling at kicker, or again, you're streaming it, you don't know who to use, that's a good one for you. Another guy I like this week is Goggles. All right, Rodrigo Blankenship. Hey, he's been pretty good too. He's accurate. He's got those glasses, he can see really well. He's accurate. He's been doing really well this year. He's been firing it up the last couple games. And I think that, there's going to be a lot of defense going around. So, like, against Miami, it's to kind of be grinded out. There's going to be some run-in. But I don't think there's going to be a lot of touchdowns. I think there's going to be a lot of field goals, though. So I like Goggles, Rodrigo Blankenship, in that matchup. I also like Chase McLaughlin. He killed it last week. It's like 19. I think it was like 19 fantasy points. I'm pretty sure. And this week he's kicking in a dome at the U.S. Bank Stadium in Minnesota. And I think that's a game where there's a potential for a lot of scoring and therefore a lot of kicking. So I like McLaughlin this week too. So there you go. There's three kickers that you can one of those three are available. One of those three are definitely available if you're struggling on kicker. That's it. There you go. They're my kickers this week. I'm going to go over some sleepers real quick here. I'm going to answer this question, though. Cass, Renfro, Beasley, or Keenan Allen. What? Keenan Allen, easily. Easily. I think even if Herbert doesn't have the best game, Keenan Allen, he's his go-to. I can't sit him. I can't sit him playing with Herbert. He and Mike Williams, dude. Williams is having a great season. I think it's going to eventually flip back and forth. I think Keenan Allen's going to have some good games, and it could be in this one. So I want to stick with him. I'm not going to sit him. Thanks, Cass. All right, so let's go to some sleepers here. And my running back sleeper, or deep sleepers. I'm sorry, I do some sleepers on my show. These are my deep sleepers, though, deep dives. My running back deep dive. All right, write this name down. Because it's Kyle Juszczyk, and it's spelled Juszczyzyk. Dude's an alien. No, I'm just kidding. He's probably like Polish or Welsh or something. Anyway, I don't know, but for the Niners, he's been the guy. He actually only got 3 less carries than Sermon last week, and he scored 15 fantasy points to Sermon's 11. He did more with those carries. They trust him. He's like the only fullback left, right? Dude, is anybody old enough to remember fullbacks? Like Mike Alstott? I mean, fucking anyone? Dude, fullbacks. They're a dying breed. but they count as running backs for fantasy, and Juszczyk could be a good sleeper there. I really do. I really think that if you're in a really deep league, or again with Mitchell out, it's going to be Sermon, it's going to be Juszczyk. It's almost like a committee between the two of them. And the Seahawks are giving up the most fantasy points to opposing running backs. So there you go. There's your sleeper for running back right there. Wide receiver. Okay, this is a not so deep sleeper. Okay, but if you don't leave Curtis Samuel in your IR, don't leave him on your waiver. Get him in there this week. He's the gadget guy for the Washington football team, and they've been waiting to use him. I've been waiting to use him. All right, I'm jumping at the bit. I love this guy. I think he's going to have a good game. So, get him out there. I wouldn't put him up over some stud guys or major stars, but if you're hurting at that position, you got like a shit ton of flexes to cover. Don't forget about him. So yeah, like my real, I'll get into another real deeper sleeper later on for wide receiver. So QB Taylor Heineke. No, he's not gonna be the next Tom Brady, but he's got a great matchup this week against the Dirty Birds of Atlanta. So I think that it's gonna be a good matchup. Obviously, Heineke's been playing a lot better. He's been scoring over 20 fantasy points a week. He's quietly a top 15 QB. Hey, and against Atlanta, this could be something. This could definitely be something. So watch out for that. I talked about him on benches and bumps as well. I think that's a good one. Of course, Sam Darnold's another sleeper if you can get him. I really like him. I'd go with him over Heineke, but I do like Heineke as a deep sleeper. 2 QB leagues, super deep leagues, super flex leagues. I like him. Yeah, we're talking about fullbacks over here, dude. Hey, a lot of respect, man. Another one, of course. As a Niners fan, hey, I gotta love me some Tom Rackman, right? Anyone remember that guy? Yeah, him and why am I blanking on my Niners here? Craig, yeah, dude, great team there. Anyway, sorry to lose you for a second. Okay, we got Allen or Locket. Oh man, I would start them both if you can, but if you have to choose, Locket. I just think that he plays well against that. If you're worried about that injury, though, excuse me, check up on that injury. See how bad it is. If you feel like that it's too, he's going to be hobbled, you might go with Allen, but I don't think he's going to be hobbled. I think he's going to be fine. I'm going with Locket personally. Thanks for the question. So let's get back here. Tight end this week, Tommy Tremble. I know it's like that was also I considered him to be a double deep danger dive. I also considered other ones like, okay, so Pat Freiermuth. I think I'll get to Tremble in a second, but here we go. Pat Freiermuth. I think that he's taken over Ebron for Pittsburgh. I think that baby Gronk is someone that we're going to end up trusting by the end of the season because Ben is fucking losing it and he needs to check down and he needs that short yardage, full, high volume, short yardage, do it in the end zone. I like it. Pat Freiermuth. So my that brings me to my double deep danger dives. And like I mentioned, Tommy Tremble, he's one of them. He's definitely one of them. He's deep, but I like it. I'll tell you why. So the Panthers, if you missed this, they traded away Dan Arnold to the Jaguars, right? Okay. So what does that mean? Tremble steps up. He was getting a lot of buzz in the preseason. And he got a little bit of work. I gotta check out his stats real quick. But he got a little bit of work. Give me a sec. Pull it up here. Yeah, he got a bit of work last week, didn't he? Yeah. He got that touchdown run. He got a reception for 30 yards. Okay. So as soon as that happened, what do? They go, all right, we like this kid. Dan Arnold, you're out. Tremble's in. He could be a deep sleeper this week. All right. So if you need some help there you go. I like Tom. I know at the beginning of the season, honestly, with what you can't go against with what your eyes and ears tell you. If the Panthers like what they're seeing with them and they cut their other tight end, it probably means they're gonna start playing him. I would be surprised if he didn't get some play in this game. I mean, I'm not starting him over, I'm not starting him over Kittle or nothing, but it's another good DFS play, for instance. A deep dive there. Good to see everybody coming in. If you got any questions, put them down there, and I'll get them to you as soon as possible. Ryan, cheers to you. We got which Brown? Oh, and Antonio Brown, of course, or Keenan Allen. Give me. Oh man, that's another one where they're real close. I'm going to give a little bit of an edge to Antonio Brown this week, just because it's all in for the Brady revenge game. God, wouldn't that be terrible if Belichick fucking stymied Tom Brady? Oh my God, I can't wait for this game. I can't wait for this game. I don't give a fuck if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong about all of that, and Brady and AB and Godwin all have terrible games, but it's just like this like Belichick just fucks up his shit, I'm going to be laughing so hard. I'm not going to give a fuck if you're all coming on, dude, you suck because you predicted it. I won't care. I'll be laughing my ass off because I'm watching that shit happen. No, I don't think it's going to happen, but that's why it would be so damn funny. So, sense of humor, there you go. I really do think that this is going to be a big game for Brady and all his friends. He's going to bring them all. So there you go. What do we got? Okay. So another double deep danger dive. Oh, yeah, I also like, speaking of that game, speaking of the Tom Brady revenge game, no Gronk, I like Cameron Brate as a sneaky play. Yeah. 3 catches, 42 yards, and a touchdown. I see it. I see it happening. I definitely do. I'm not psychic. I'm not Nostradamus, but I can see it happening. I really do. So anyway, my main double deep danger dive here is God, I've been trying to figure out how to say his name. I'm sure you guys can try to figure out if you get. It's like, what is it? People just call him Westbrook, right? Nick Westbrook. Ekine? I think it's Ekine. Ekine? Yeah. I've been hearing his name pronounced like a bunch of different ways. All right? But anyway, the starting number 1 wide receiver for the Titans in a game where they're going up against the Jets. Yeah. His percentage, and I'm looking at that right now, he's 10% rostered. So he's right on that edge still of being a double deep danger dive. I love it. He's going to be available likely in your league. So, and he's starting. He's a starting wide receiver. He's a starting wide receiver 1 this week against a weak defense, and they trust him. I've been hearing buzz all week about what the coaches think about NWI, as I like to call him. I won't say what I think that stands for. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, the guy can do it. He looked good. What's not to trust? I think that it could be a rough game for them. I think this will be a Derrick Henry monster game. Holy shit. Henry's going to be on fire. On fire. Definitely. So, excuse me. But I mean, that's not breaking news. That's not like, oh, good. Oh, the fantasy TyRant predicts a good game for Derrick Henry. Oh my God. What a groundbreaking prediction. What a hot take that is. No, I know. It's going to be a good game, though. So, yeah, NWI, Nick Westbrook, Ikine, something like that. Anyway, Brait or Andrews. Oh, man, I'm not a big fan of Mark Andrews this week. I like him I call him Mandrews because, like, when you look on like your app, it says M. Andrews. It said Mandrews. I'm like, yeah, that's a cool name, Mandrews. Anyway, I like Mandrews, but this week, against the Denver Broncos, not a fan. Not a fan. I would honestly take I mean, okay, if you think you're doing fine on your league and you don't want to lose a thing, yeah, sure. Bolster it with Mandrews. But if you need a good play, if you need like a sneaky kind of play to make up some ground or something, like the other guy started like J-Rob and Boyd against you or something like that, yeah, I like Brait. I do. I think that's sneaky. Anyway. So let's see here. I think that pretty much covers anything. If anyone has any other questions real quick about like particular injuries, I can double check him. But I think we pretty much covered all of that. Oh yeah, weather. The only real weather issue is going to be Green Bay. There's like little showers here and there. I think the worst of it is Green Bay. It's not even that bad. They're saying it's going to be a little bit of rain. Not a lot of rain, a little bit of rain. So, you know, yeah, it might be a little bit sloppy for Ben, but I think Ben's just going to be sloppy anyway. I think Rodgers is going to be fine. It's not enough to change anything of my opinions about them. I've already told you what my opinions are. If you haven't seen them, go check out the benches and bumps this week. I do a cool little bit on them. I don't know. I think it's funny. I like it. The whole geriatric ball thing. Now I'm getting some updates here. I'm going to check those real quick because it might be related to something you want to know. Gronkowski has 4 cracked ribs. One of them is broken, and he punctured his lung. Okay, so going back to that. Wow. All right, that's a hell of a damn update. Yeah, he's going to be out for a while. I think he's going to be out for a few weeks. So, yeah, Brait's a good pickup. I think Brait's a good – go get – dude, I mean, I know I've got some mint time here, but if you keep just use your phone while you're watching this and go pick up Brait, honestly. I think that's really good. Anyway, so I'm looking at here. Dude, Matt, you just stepped up your pledge to $10. All right, my friend. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you. We're gonna be on the phone having some conversations here for sure. Every week, you and Scott and there's other people there. So thank you so much. If you haven't seen it on Patreon, go check it out. I've got my link down there on the bottom. Check that out. We've got a contest going on. If you sign up today, you get 24 entries into the giveaway. And we're giving away a stitched jersey of the player of your choice. Dude, $5 a month, $10 a month, whichever tier you want. You get free, you get one-on-one advice from me every week. You just hit me up and make DMs, and I'll answer you. I ain't going to leave you hanging. I'll make sure to answer you every week. All right? Anytime, any questions you have, even if it's not about fantasy football, if you just want to know what you should have for dinner or like you want some advice on being a parent, dude, I raised one kid. I'm raising another dude. Whatever you want advice on, dude, fucking do it. I don't give a shit. You pay your $5 a month, your $10 a month. There it is. But if you do it, you get entered into that drawing. All right. And the sooner you do it, the more entries you get. 24 entries today. You wait till tomorrow, you'll lose an entry. You're only 23. Do it today. Patreon, down there in the description. Thank you so much. We got 10 minutes left here. So if you got questions, put them down here because, yeah, that's what I'm here for. Answering your last second questions. I imagine at this time, there's a lot of you, you're on your toilet, you're on your phone. You're like, oh, should I sit and start this guy? That's what I'm here for. That's why it's called the Tinker Stinker Power Hour. For those of you who've never seen the league, that's something that's a phrase. I don't know if they coined it. I'm not trying to steal it from them. I just love it. And that's why I'm giving them credit for it. The Tinker Stinker. You sit on your toilet, you do your stinkering and you do your tinkering with your team. So that's what it is. The Tinker Stinker Power. That's why I call it that. So if you're on your toilet right now, tinkering around, dude, ask me. Ask me anything. Ask me any questions you got about your team. Who to sit, who to start. If you want to know about trades, whatever you got, put those questions down there. That's what I'm here for. So, got other people rolling in here. Yeah, I mean, I got like 8 minutes left. Sorry, you're a little late, but rewind and watch because I get into a lot that you missed, and you're gonna love it. So, yeah, we got. Thank you, Matt. You're the man. Matt's got a metal band called Gods Amongst Men. If you like metal, check it out. It's not like some bullshit. Like some people will be like, dude, check out my band. And I go, okay. And I'm like, what is this? Dude, this sucks. I was like, all right, Matt, I'll check out your band. And I go and I listen. I'm like, whoa, I'm a metal fan. And I actually like this shit. I would listen to it. Fuck yeah. I hope that you guys come tour up to the Pacific Northwest. Come like on a tour with like Nile or something, dude. Oh my God. If you guys opened up for Nile, oh, fuck yeah. That'd be great. I'll come see you backstage. Anyway, whatever. So, yeah, for those of you who signed up on Patreon, let me know in the DMs. I will give you a shout out on different shows if you have something that you've done. Oh yeah, Walter Horn's got a book. I'm gonna talk to you guys about this book on Monday's show. I forgot to do it on Friday. Sorry about that, Walter. Anyway, you want your own shout out? I'll give you a shout out. Just hit me up on Patreon. Donate. That's what keeps this shit alive. We got to keep these walls up. I got to keep my food in my belly. I got to take care of my daughter. So anyway, I appreciate all your support. If you got any questions, put them down there. I appreciate that. So I'm going to look real quick. I don't see any injury updates. It's going to be an all right week. It's going to be a good week, I think. We got some great games going on. We got some great games going on. Of course, we got the Tom Brady revenge week. Yeah, that's going to be a good one. Like I said, start all your bucks. Start them all up. Fournette, sure. Yeah, but not over a lot of people. Like people were asking me things like Fournette or Sermon. I'm like, Sermon. Start Sermon this week, by the way. A lot of people are down on him. They're like, oh, I don't know what to do. I like Juszczyk. I like Sermon. Start them both. Don't start them both at the same time, but one or the other. But I like Sermon a lot this week. Okay, so I got one. Start him with Zach Moss in PPR between Brait and Moss. Go with Moss. I'm only saying start Brait if like you have if you have the need. Excuse me. If you've got the need at tight end, yeah, you want to start Cameron Brait. I'm gonna take a hit real quick for y'all. If you got your lighters and your blood ready, go for it. Let's do it. Let's take a quick hit. JC from Connecticut. Jesus Christ. Just kidding, my friend. All right, what you got here? You should start Henderson today. Swift and Moss are my other running backs. So are you asking if you should start Henderson over Swift and Moss? In that case, definitely not Swift. Now, Moss and Henderson, that's a different story. I don't know. I mean, they're so close to me in range. I really love Moss. I've been on Moss all preseason. And then when he got benched in that first game, it broke my fucking heart, man. I was like, what? What are you doing? But look what it did. Smart idea from McDermott. Yeah, he blue balled us, but hey, apparently it did something. Little fire under his ass. I think that Moss is going to take over more and more as time goes on. But Moss versus Henderson, man, that's a tough one. I mean, I really do like Arizona's defense. Excuse me. And yeah, Henderson's losing a little bit to Michelle. He's a little bit banged up. Between the two of them, I mean, like I said, they're right there. If you have a gut feeling over one or the other, just in general, I'm not sure if Henderson's going to get a lot of touches based on his injury. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking, and that's why I like Moss a little bit more. I go back and forth on it though, honestly, but I do like Moss a lot. So, yeah, I think in this game too. In this game, I like Moss over Henderson personally. Barely, but that's that injury concern that puts Moss up over Henderson. So good question, definitely. What else we got here? Anyone else got some questions I missed earlier or anything like that? Yeah, so we've got a few more minutes here. I just want to say thank you real quick, too, to anybody who has been signing up on Patreon, who's been subscribing to my channel, watching my shows, giving me the likes. Now, here's the thing, people. I'm going to ask. I'm asking you. All right. If we want this show to continue, I gotta get more hours watched on YouTube. You got to get to 4,000 hours watched before I start actually making money. I do 16 hours a day working on the show, and I don't make squat on it because I don't make anything. This is all for you guys. The only way I get anything is if you're on Patreon and you flip me a bill every month. I appreciate it, but soon, once I hit the 1,000 subscribers, if I can get to 4,000 watch hours, then I start making a little ad revenue. Then I can put a little donate button, and then I can start making this like an actual living. So I love to do that because then that means more time that I could spend making this the best goddamn fantasy football show you've ever seen. So even if you don't want it, you can't pay the $5 a month, whatever, that's fine. Just watch my shows all the way through. Give me a like. Subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate that. We got some more questions. Put them down there. Make sure I got into everything. There's no more injury updates. If you have a specific player that you want to know about, put it down there. I'll answer your question. But I don't see any injury updates or anything. I think we're doing good. I think it's going to be a good week. So anyway, we're gonna end on that, I guess, unless you got some last second. Oh, here we go, Mike. Last second question here. Godwin, Thielen, Renfro, Johnson, or Samuel need 3. Okay, let's go. Godwin, Thielen, and Johnson. I think that it's gonna be Deontay Johnson. I think he's gonna be the only one that's really getting a lot of work from Ben there. I think he's still going to get his. I don't like Juju. Like we said, Claypool's out. I don't really like anybody else there. Firemouth could be a sneaky end zone target. Excuse me. And, of course, Najee Harris. Dude got 14 receptions last week. Jesus Christ. That's what I'm saying. All right? That's what I'm saying. I think that Big Ben is, just going short. Yeah, he's got one guy he's going to go to a little bit longer. That's Johnson. But he's going to be throwing shorter to Najee Harris. He's going to be throwing shorter to his tight ends. I don't like Juju. I don't care for Washington. Just, whatever. It's DJ and maybe Freiermuth. And definitely Najee Harris. So, anyway. Give my belief that Jacobs has a 75% chance of playing Monday, him or Renfro. Jacobs, for sure. But that's good that you have Renfro, because if Jacobs is out, then you can start Renfro instead. So that's good. Even if you don't have Barber. If you can get Barber, get Barber. If you can't, or you don't have the room, Renfro will be a good fill-in, I think. Good question. Mike, Kamara, Gibson, Gaskin, Montgomery, Moss, Williams, Jamal Williams, PPR need 4, right? Well, you're going to sit Jamal Williams out of all of them. That's for sure. And Gaskin. You're going to see him too. I like Kamara, Gibson, Montgomery, Moss. I think even with Fields playing, I think Montgomery's going to have a good game because I think that Fields is going to be all right. I got to rely on Montgomery. And when the Bears have and Matt Nagy too, dude's on the hot seat, so they got to go with what works. Notice what Urban Meyer did with J-Rob, and it worked out. I think that the same thing's got to happen. They got to go to the bread and butter, or they got to go to what butters the bread, however you want to put that. So that's what I think's going on this week. I'm going to answer one more question here, and then I got to peace out because I got to set my lineups too and do my little tinker stinker. All right. So thank you all so much. I'm going to answer one more question, then I'm peacing out. I dropped Hubbard as a handcuff in week 1 to play waiver wise. Since my bench is stacked, I'm undefeated in those 2 leagues and didn't have waiver wire priority to pick him back up. So it's not really a question. It's just kind of a sad story. Dude, that sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's why you got to hang on to your handcuffs. Like you get a handcuff for a guy that, you have, and you go, oh, but there's this sexy dude over here. Or like, oh, look, Tyson Williams. He's going to be getting all the carries there for the Ravens. I'm going to drop my handcuff for him. Yeah, big mistake. If you're loaded up, if you've got enough running backs, all right, keep your handcuffs. Start wide receivers in your flex if you have to, but keep your handcuffs. The ones that are important, like Chuba Hubbard, like Tony Pollard. Okay, so anyway, best advice I can give you there. How much max would you pay to get Hubbard back? I'd say you're going to pay at least 40%. If you really want him back, and especially if you're a CMC owner, I might go up to 50% just to be on the safe side. Or if you're going to go 40%, go 43. Go 43% just to get that little bit over just in case. So anyway, there you go. So that's it this week. Everyone, thank you so much for stopping by with your questions and everything else. I'm going to go set my shit up now. All right. I'm going to be back tomorrow after Monday Night Football with your top 10 waiver wires for week 5. We're already to week 5, or we're going to be. Jesus. These are going to be some great games today. Okay. I love it. Love you guys. Love you all. Peace out. Have a great day. Good luck to everybody. Don't forget to share, subscribe, like. Check me out on Patreon. Get into that raffle. You could win a jersey of your choice. Stitch. None of that vinyl bullshit. Actual stitched jersey, like good shit. All right? Get in there on Patreon. You get your free or you get your unlimited one-on-one advice. All right? So thank you very much. Thank you all for your support. Real quick, Curtis Samuel. Okay, should I drop Williams? Which Williams? Drop Tyson Williams. Drop Tyson. Keep Javonte. There you go. Thanks, Carlos. Good luck, everyone. I'll see you Monday. Until then, I'm out. Peace.